Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk Show with myself and Mr. John Connors of Midnight's Edge. How are you?
There's people here.
I know. Say hi.
Hi, people.
Hi, people. Indeed. Yeah, we are both in. Wow. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There it is. Heroes in a half shell. Is that a power?
I had to stand up for a while. I've been sitting all morning.
Oh man, you know what you need is you need one of those. You need a sit-stand desk.
Well, you know, it's been a long day already. How you doing?
I'm okay. Again, I'm unfortunately I'm gonna. There was something I wanted to do today. I'm not gonna get to do today because I have like a real actual work thing I got to do today, which kind of bums me out. But it's okay. I'm here. I'm gonna have fun. Right now, I'm in a great mood. So we've got a super chat already from Mr. Mexican Iron Man. Good to see you, Mikey. For $4.99 says, if I upgrade to the highest tier, are there any guarantees I will get a live member stream before Christmas? LOL. Dude, we just did one. We did. Tom. Mike, I can't help it if you're traveling all the time, dude. I can't help it.
You did one?
Yeah, I just did one a few days ago.
For your fans and your peoples?
Yeah, for my peoples.
Oh, all right. Well,
for my amazing peoples.
Okay.
You know why they call me?
I didn't know about it.
You know why they call me peoples?
So you had a party without me?
Not really. I had a great member stream though. You weren't there. It wasn't a party. It was fun. It was fun though. We have incredible membership here on this channel, and of course over on your channel. Good gracious.
There is no Mexican representation here. You're right, Mike.
I tried.
Check your DM.
Yeah, you could come in here. You could say hello to my little friend. I mean, Tom. Let my peoples go. That's right. Oh, yeah. Dragon Master 360 was there. Is Tom an adult mutant ninja turtle? Yes. Pretty sure. Look at all the great humans here. We've got a lot of them. Guys, thanks for being here. Lubriani Makara is here. I hope you're healing. Hank VP is out there. We got Dr. Dragon, Dark Winter, D-Bud Martin, Hank VP, the ever lovely Sherry. DS
it is Taco Tuesday.
D-Bud Martin, it is. I think I'm having tacos for dinner.
I think I'm going to make tacos at some point, yeah. I got the stuff to make tacos. I just haven't had the time to make tacos.
I keep looking at the panty move around camera, and it's this camera that I'm on. I didn't realize that. Ah, man.
You're scaring me.
Did you watch the 6-minute daily?
No, I didn't get a chance to. I was doing Mead Radio.
Oh, that's right. You're working. You're always working. When are you going to be not working? Mexican Iron sent another $5. Says, how can you have a great party if Tom was not even there? Thanks for the invite. Sorry, I'm at the CAT scan.
Oh, you're still at the doctor. Oh, that sucks. Right. Well, we'll send out some love and prayers for Daddy Iron Man.
Yes, Daddy Iron Man.
He's not feeling too well, so Mike had to take him to the doctor. And we're just hoping everything is good, and maybe he just ate some bad fish or something. Who knows? Maybe he needs to stay away from the fish tacos. Is that the problem? Maybe.
I don't know. Let's just everybody.
Well, he said he was having a bad stomach ache, and yeah,
right,
so
you
hopefully it's nothing serious.
Yeah, Mike, you and your father and your entire family get my best wishes, sir. And I hope everything is.
I myself personally am not a fan of the fish tacos.
You don't like fish tacos?
No.
I like fish tacos.
I don't even think that cheese should go anywhere near fish.
Cheese and fish?
Yeah, I think McDonald's is a bunch of idiots for putting cheese on their fish.
What about a shrimp taco?
Depending on the toppings, because I have had one that had like, because now you're talking a little difference, because it had like a, what the hell kind of, it had like a weird sauce on it. Didn't have cheese. And had like a cilantro sauce of some type and something else on it. That was kind of good. But yeah, once you think, no, cheese does not belong on fish. I mean, and there's not a lot of vegetables I would like to put on fish.
What about a chicken taco?
Chicken's different, yeah. Chicken, yeah. Especially chicken chalupas.
Yeah, but who's the best tuna?
But that's not really Mexican food. Chicken of the sea.
There you go.
But is it chicken or tuna? Breakfast tacos are okay.
Breakfast tacos work.
Yeah.
Hi, Hamdinger. You guys,
we're talking about food because Tom is hungry and Tom hasn't ate all day.
Shawarma?
What is shawarma? I've heard of it, but I'm not quite sure what it is. I know it's kind of like
it's like cuts of sweaty meat.
That's what I thought. It's just like beef, isn't it? It's kind of like reminds from what I've seen of it. It looks like gyros almost.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, euros. Yeah.
Euros. Well, I call them gyros.
All right.
Listen,
Sherry makes veggie tacos, or is currently in the process of doing so.
I'd feel cheated if I bit into a taco.
Oh, it's lamb, says Trav.
Is that what it is?
Maybe
shawarma. Well, isn't gyros made out of lamb too, or is that
C is for yes?
Yeah. There is cereal. Oh, okay. I'll go get some
shawarma cereal.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I want shawarma cereal,
but I got some Oreo cereal.
Oreos cereal.
Yeah, and then I got like some wheat flakes with strawberries in it.
You're like a 12-year-old kid, dude.
Yes, I do. You got a problem with that?
Yeah. I don't want you to be in the ground early, dude. You can't
shut up. I'm gonna eat a fudge stick.
All right. Can't beat me to the ground, bro. Can't do it. How about a rabbit chicken taco? Says Morgan King.
Maybe.
What's up, Joe's Atmosphere? Look at all these great humans out there. We got Alec Baldwin's sweaty balls. There we go. Fruit Loops, those are good.
Yeah, I don't have any Fruit Loops right now. I did have Fruity Pebbles, but I ate them all.
Oh, no, that's fine. Sherry, yeah. Veggie tacos.
No!
She doesn't eat meat. We've got a lot of folks that don't eat meat. That's fine.
But does she like the bone?
If you follow her on Twitter or you're in a couple of groups, that question would be
I didn't walk into that blind, sir.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm making fun of the song.
Oh.
She's a vegetarian.
Oh.
Don't eat meat.
Mary Mo.
But you sure like the bone. Hurrah!
All right.
That's a good song. I should have played that earlier.
Yeah, well, you need to play that on Mead Radio.
Well, there's like their only hit, and it's 2 for Tuesday. So it's kind of hard to play those one-hit wonders on 2 for Tuesday.
I don't know.
I was scrambling because I got a request for Johnny Mathis and Denise Williams, and I'm like, they haven't really done anything together otherwise, so I had to play a Denise Williams song afterwards. It was just like, yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Because they did the theme song for Family Ties.
Yeah.
What would we do, baby? Without a... That should be our theme song.
I think so.
And there ain't no nothing we can't love each other through. What could we do, baby?
Without us.
Sha-la-la-la.
There you go. We should sha-la-la-la.
And we should really hire Michael J. Fox, too.
We should. Yeah.
I think that's what we're missing.
From this show.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you know.
From all of our shows.
In our lives in general.
All right. So
anyway, what's going on with the news? We wasted 10 minutes.
There's almost no news. I mean, this is one of those weird Hollywood days, like where, you know.
Well, welcome to the dearth. Like, this is it, kids.
And yeah, I mean, you got the Emmy things happened today. You had some Oscar snubby things today. You've had like that kind of stuff, which I don't care at all about. Yes, TV shows win awards. Okay. Yeah, films now are pretty much designed to win awards that anybody won't be interested in. But there are no films, as Trav leads us into the conversation for the day. On top of, obviously, we're going to talk a little Mighty Thor, but there are not going to be.
There's a couple going to streaming. I can't believe they're not getting a theatrical release, but other than that, it's just because we're hitting that lull. This is that period when everything would have been shut down a couple of years back. Yeah.
And that's right. And Deadline finally caught up to where you and I have been, Tom, for like a couple of months when we're saying there's no films coming out for a while. Seriously.
They're just finally getting that.
Yeah, they're just finally getting to it. I was like, yeah, there's not going to be any movies, guys. Like none. Zero. That's okay. They can't really, they're really having a hard time making TV and film right now in LA anyway, because they've had an increase in the CUF transmission and stuff there. Pinochet's Helicopter Tours says for $2, should Hollywood pay a penance before we heap praise? I think, yeah. Yeah, I think they are, though. I think they've recognized that they are going to be paying a penance for a long time. What do you think, Tom?
Well, I mean, obviously we've rewarded things like Top Gun.
Right.
And people aren't going to see shit like Lightyear and Thor.
Light beer.
And Doctor Strange, for that matter, really. I mean, yeah, Doctor Strange did okay, but it's almost like that. It's got to be that thing that just sticks in Disney's craw that just, it didn't quite get to that billion. And I know they're going to feel the same way with this because they're already pushing the propaganda in the news. They're not comparing this to other Marvel movies.
Oh,
they're only comparing this to Thor.
Right. Yeah, that was the conversation we were having Sunday night. And I was like, it's not even good spin anymore. It's just spin.
Sorry, I had some nuts in my mouth.
And you know what, Apollo Patriot, I'm not really happy with them either, to be honest with you. I didn't get, I played but did not purchase Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I really did think that the Watch Dogs Legion game was not quite a complete game. I did a review on it. But yeah, I mean, I think you're right, Apollo Patriot. There's a lot of stuff that's like half-assed right now in the world. What's up, Christian Fandom Geek? Good to see you. Jamie Foxx's Day Shift looks good. Fox and Snoop Dogg kill vampires. It was made by John Wick's people. Okay.
Well, yeah, here's the thing we've got going on right now.
Yeah.
There is some movies coming out, but they're not movies that
they're not boxed.
You've heard of.
Temples. Yeah, they're not.
They're not IPs. So there's a chance we could get some surprise hits out of these next 2 months. I think Bullet Train has a chance if it's good.
I think so too. I think it's a sleeper.
Nope might be okay. I mean, I don't know. It looks kind of weird though.
Nope to nope for me. But if other people like it, that's going to be great. I'm interested in pretty much anything they got. I'm interested in anything they got that's going to be halfway decent. I think Olaf von Ness is in the comparison is flawed at the last for the last Thor movie. It was 50% less expensive to go to. So even if they made about the same profit, half the people went to see it. Yeah. And you're going to start seeing like adjusted for inflation numbers here that will have to be represented in some of these numbers because it's incredibly misleading.
It was also Thor Ragnarok was on that ramp, right? Leading right up to Infinity War. And all those Thor movies are before Infinity War. They're movies that came out before it was an average thing for these movies to make $1 billion. They were on the upward trend. So now you're trying to compare. This is like when they were this is the same thing with Doctor Strange all over again. When they would just only compare Doctor Strange to the original film. It's like, well, duh, the original Doctor Strange barely made a profit.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. I'm not even going to get into this argument anymore.
Go ahead.
Discussion, because it's just it's old. It's flawed. You know, you've got people like Campia going out there saying, "Well, if you can't see that Thor: Love and Thunder is a hit, well then you're a moron," or however he put it. And it's like, well, guess what, moron? You're the one out there comparing it to the other Thor movies just like everybody else. And yes, on that level, you're technically correct. But this isn't just a sequel to Thor. This is a sequel to Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man No Way Home. All these other movies that have come before it that have all grossed almost $1 billion. The only difference is you've had a handful of movies in the past year that have really sullied the audience's taste when it comes to Marvel. And they just don't want to, they're not going to just jump, in the theater the opening weekend anymore. We're seeing that. And they're waiting for word of mouth, right? The Eternals is a great example of how word of mouth killed a movie. You know, you can say whatever the hell you want about all these movies up to this point, whatever excuse you want about Doctor Strange, but you can't say it anymore because Thor is an original Avenger played by Chris Hemsworth. And you got Natalie Portman back on top of it all.
Yeah.
And it still made 25 million less than Doctor Strange did in its opening weekend.
Yeah, Campia always talks to his own audience like they're idiots. That's why it's so fun to meme on him. Yeah, a lot of people don't appreciate him. I'm one of those people that every once in a while I think he has a good take, and every once in a while he has a bad take, and everybody's like that. So I try to give a lot of people.
Look, I obviously know people that know him personally, and that's fine.
Yeah,
and he doesn't like us any more than we like him.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not gonna. I don't like to bash other YouTubers, but Society Review says something that I agree with. All of these movies that we're looking at here, that look awful. So this is the story I wanted to cover today, Tom. It says, after a summer full of $100 million plus box office openings, August and early fall will go dry. Here's why. We already know why. Tom and I have been talking about it for a long time. Hey, Jose Abella, good to see you.
My question is, how many of these movies coming up in the next few months are like 5 years old already?
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be like, fuck you, it's January throughout June and August. That's what I'm afraid of.
No, you're 100% right. Yeah, this is going to be January all over again. But here we go. So when Dwayne Johnson takes the stage at San Diego Comic-Con next week, it would be truly seismic if he was to announce that Warner Brothers was moving up the release date for its new line / DC movie, Black Adam, from October 21 to earlier in the fall. However, that's not going to happen.
Wouldn't be the boost. Yeah, I was going to say, actually, that wouldn't be the worst move. They've been advertising the shit out of it. If they can get it out here in the next month, fuck it. Get
it out in August. You think you could push dates, including premieres? I don't know, man.
Why not, man?
All right. Well, a pile up of big studio fares amassing at post-production VFX houses. Several distribution sources tell Deadline, which is causing many tentpoles to delay.
That too, yeah.
Yeah. Their release dates.
If that's the problem, then they can't. That's the other problem.
Yeah, it says the immediate result of this is a scarcity of tentpoles from mid-August to mid-October. Yep. Unlike last September and October, which combined grossed just under $1 billion from a backlog of big picks, like Shang-Chi, it wasn't as big a movie as they tried to make it out. No Time to Die, also not as big a movie as they tried to make it out. Venom 2, which wasn't as big. None of these were big. Dune was a day and date. Halloween Kills was a day and date.
Yeah, but Halloween Kills still made some money. And No Time to Die, as much as it did make some money.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
it made enough money that they didn't lose any, let's say.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably a good way to say it. So there's physically at least one tentpole during September, essentially. Oh, no, that's what they're saying. Pre-pandemic, there's typically at least one tentpole. Okay. While the first weekend of October is turned into a launch pad for comic book movies like Joker and Venom.
Yeah, but there's nothing coming out for the rest of the month now.
Yeah. Such riches won't exist this year until Universal Blumhouse Miramax's Halloween ends on October 14, and then the following weekend is Black Adam. Sources say the postponement of films can also stem from blah, blah, blah. We already knew all those things on Monday.
Honestly, if I was who's it? Lionsgate, who's releasing Halloween? It's through Blumhouse, Universal. Honestly, if I was Universal, I'd get that fucker out now, so then you can put the video out by October.
That's right. Yeah, make some video sales. Wow.
And that I doubt they have a bunch of special effects they got to worry about.
No, it's a lot. You know how horror works. It's practical effects and it's cheaper.
Well, they did have some, like in the last one.
Oh, you can dress it. Yeah, I mean.
Well, what they did is they had like they did, but most of that was actually they didn't actually. You're right, because they didn't use too much CGI there too. I was gonna say they flashed back to '78. But the guy they got playing young Loomis and stuff, he looked just like him. So yeah. They should have. Our script doctor was 100% right. They should have dumped that fucker in March or April or May. Just get it out there. Now they're too late.
If there's no tentpoles going, it's quite possible. But they could release the Flash movie. Ascender also says, or Aquaman 2. Yeah, although they've got work to do on that. Dash Attack says,
well, we got a video coming out where we pretty much are hearing that they're going to go forward with Aquaman 2's reshoots. And that got pushed back already to March. I keep forgetting that.
Twice? 3 times?
It's in March now. So like they've got a few months to fix that.
You got Dash Attack talking about the Black Adam film. I don't think anybody's going to jump all over that. Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, there was a little reaction to it in the theater I went to, but the biggest part was just where the one kid goes, "Oh, that's the bad guy from Shazam" or something. So maybe kids do know who he is. I don't know. I mean, he might do all right. You know what? I'll make a bold statement, Culture. I am willing to bet. Do you consider this a Rock, like his movie, like it's on his own?
Yeah.
All right. I bet you this is going to be his highest grossing solo film.
Yes, but it still won't make $1 billion.
It might, but I doubt it. You're right about that. I think it's going to end up in an 800 range, but that's going to be for him huge.
Yeah, but how much did it cost?
I don't know. They didn't spend as much on Shazam. See, WB's been pretty good about keeping their budgets.
Well, I feel better. Okay, let's
reason.
Let's rewind. I feel better. Yeah, I feel better about that because I know for a fact that they did a real costume on The Rock and not a CG thing. So it's going to look more realistic. They won't have lighting problems or any of the other issues that we've been calling out lately, right?
Well, this one actually looks like it has a bigger budget. They're reporting in the 185 to 200 million.
It's over 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So, they're banking on The Rock, I guess.
Well, you can't stop The Rock. You can't stop. But what you can stop is the box office performance of Thor, Love and Thunder. It went out, Tom. It went out with a loud $143 million opening weekend. It did. Come on, you know, they're not lying to you. It was making all kinds of money.
How much did Jurassic World make its opening weekend?
I don't know.
Just a comparison, I wonder.
I think we should compare apples to apples, though.
Well, no, I'm just curious because that's a more recent movie.
Okay, well, let's compare apples to apples then, and then throw in an orange or two along the way. So, all right, here's the comparison. Boom. All right, Thor: Love and Thunder is a $250 million film. All of these films have $200 million budgets except for Top Gun Maverick, but we're going to set that aside for the moment. Domestic opening for Thor: Love and Thunder is $144 million. The domestic opening for Spider-Man: No Way Home in December, $260 million. Multiverse of Madness, which is the next closest competitor, 187. So in May 6th of 2022, Multiverse of Madness opened bigger than Thor: Love and Thunder. That's significant to me.
Well, yeah, like 25 million more. That's what I said.
Isn't that amazing? So if you want to argue that there isn't a decline in Marvel interest or in the faith in Disney or in any of the products that they produce, you're not looking at the numbers. You know. Man, they really are trying to make this film get to $1 billion. We'll see if it gets there. Yeah, I mean, like last year it was Spider-Man No Way Home. This year it's Top Gun Maverick. Do you realize real year to date, Tom? This is the numbers year to date for Lightyear. See this number? 204,703. Barbie dogs. All these movies cost hundreds of millions to make and aren't worth 2 hours of my time. I guess my rates are going up. There you go. Mine too. Yeah, Olaf is a big ouch. 50 only for Fuzz Lightbeer. Yeah, I know. I think we lost Tom.
I stepped out for 2 seconds and then you call on me.
I'm sorry. I was just going through the numbers, Tom. Did you realize that Lightbeer has only made 200?
Yeah, I was listening. Yeah, it's made nothing this year compared to everything else. I mean,
it costs $200 million.
Shit. Ouch.
Don't hurt yourself.
No, it's just a stupid chair. Anyway, no, that's why I was curious though how it was doing up against Jurassic World though.
Oh, you want me to put that in too? Let me put that in too. Let me pull.
Well, yeah, actually, that's a good. You say it's not apples to apples, but I say it kind of is because it's the 6th film in a franchise, one of the biggest of all time. It's actually coming off a bad film.
That's true. Terrible film.
Where's Doctor Strange?
All right, so let's look at the numbers. All right, so Jurassic World only cost 165 million. Domestic opened to 145. So you're right. Jurassic World beat it.
That's what I thought. And that's coming off one of the worst in the series too.
Yeah. International. Man. Okay. So right now, Jurassic World 6 at 877. Lightbeer is at 204.
Damn. Minions doing better than I thought it did, but hey, it's dinosaurs.
But yeah, I know. That's what you say.
Shit, I bet you Universal wishes they would have waited a week or two for Minions now.
I bet you they do. Yeah. Because I think it got trounced. I can pull that into the mix too, but 144 million, Tom.
What did it make this last weekend? I know it's still, it's like what, 4th, 5th place now? So I'm curious if it'll make the $1 billion.
Jurassic World?
Yeah, because I think the last 3 or the last 2 did, but I don't know if this one will.
It made 8, bringing its domestic to 350.
It might not. It depends on how long Universal leaves it for. Of course, there's nothing else coming out. So I don't know if it'll stay that though. That's pretty low already for its.
Well, I want to look at Thor: Love and Thunder again because this is what fascinated me and what I was kind of hoping to talk with Andre about last week. It opened for just a few days, right? 3 days plus previews. So on its preview day, it was 29 million.
Yeah.
Friday, it goes 69 million and immediately falls to 39%.
Now,
falls off another
correct
20.
me if I'm wrong. Doesn't that 69 million count into that, or that 29 million count into that 69 million?
I don't believe so. You might be right.
Because, yeah, it does. Because look at the total gross.
No, you're right.
And that's why it's green. That's what I was saying is, yeah, that is not good. That means that word of mouth from Thursday and Friday fucking killed it Saturday.
And
That
then,
is a huge drop already.
And then Sunday goes 32. So let's take a look at who's its biggest competitor.
Well, technically Minions or Jurassic World, I guess now.
Okay,
maybe Top Gun still.
I can't believe there's a film out there called Pussy Island. Just can't believe that. All right, so let's see what their fall off was. Right. Why do I do that every time? I scroll down, even though I know I have to hit this tab first. Okay, there you go.
Let's see here. And that opened on.
Oh, this is a weekend box office performance.
Well, you want the opening weekend?
Yeah. So for the total, so okay, that's weekend.
Click on the date. Click on the date.
No, here we go. Yeah, we're daily performance. So here we go.
There we go. Yeah.
So it started off at 18 million, so less. Had 59 million.
So take that 18 out of that 59.
Yeah.
And that's where they get the 21%.
Yeah, it only fell off 21%.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And actually, it went up a little bit, technically. Now, quit flipping around there. What are you doing?
Oh.
Jesus Christ. What's 18 minus 59? That's 40, right? 41? So it actually went up on Saturday. As I said, normally it should go up or stay about the same on a Friday to Saturday.
Yeah. 31.
And it barely went down on that Sunday.
Weird.
Like that Sunday, it was very consistent with their Friday, which is pretty good for a fucking Sunday.
It is. And the overall,
and they opened less on their preview, and they still had a better weekend. That means the word of mouth was the movie isn't as bad as the last one, and look what happened.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you right now, this fall off. The shit.
You know what though? I'm glad we're at a point where word of mouth actually does affect a film's box office. We have finally broken the Godzilla curse. I think I've cracked the back of the video I've been trying to make for a while, because I had this theory that Godzilla was ground zero for all the problems we have with movies now, and how the studios know they can make money on shit movies. As long as they can get that big opening weekend box office, maybe the first 2-3 weekends before word of mouth used to get around. Now it gets around instantly. We see this now. We've seen this with the last few. Look at Lightyear and shit like that. Look at all these movies. Like, this is amazing. We're actually being able to influence them. So this is the time, folks. They're gonna have to start paying attention, because they can't keep giving us shit. They're not gonna be able to get away with the Force Awakens and shit anymore, and the Last Jedi and shit like that anymore.
Wow, dude, what a rough run. This film. I mean,
for which one?
I scrolled back to Thor: Love and Thunder. This thing is going to be a stinker. This is going to be a grumpy on Johnny Depp's bed.
That's what I say. It's gonna end up below Doctor Strange. It's not going to go up. It doesn't really have any competition, but then again, there's no incentive for people to go back to see it.
Yeah,
it's true though, Dragon Master.
It is.
I'd probably call it the Zilla curse though.
Yeah,
so most people get pissed if you call that version Godzilla. But it will be approved by Yellow Flash.
Oh, Yellow Flash. What's up, Yellow Flash?
No, he's here.
He might be.
You know the old joke.
He lurks. But he didn't.
Since I said that, he'll say something if he is.
Yeah. Look, what I like is this new thing that I noticed on the Numbers website, right? Gives you like the daily domestic chart.
How's that Elvis movie doing? I know it opened okay. I figured it would do about as good as
it's right there. It grossed
93. Oh, it's only made 93 so far.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to do good. I mean, it looks like a fall off. Look at the week-to-week fall off.
Yeah, it's not even going to do. Yeah, well, the word of mouth ain't helped it. I've heard a lot of mixed.
I mean, Top Gun still drew 2 million.
Jesus.
Top Gun is still 2 million.
For yesterday.
Minions pulled 6
on a Monday.
Yeah, take a look at the daily chart. Yeah, so there you go. Mr. Malcolm's List is supposed to be good. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On
How has
Actually,
Minions only made $216 million?
well, they released it at the wrong time, right before Love and Chunder.
Well, no, I get that, but I could have swore it made more than that already. But well, it's gonna probably have a bump this next weekend. You watch.
Yeah, there's no incentive for me to watch it in the first place. That's true, Nano Reaper. I hear you, brother. Casperius says Mozilla curse. There you go. This is a good question. Do you think the Black Phone is a sleeper hit? I think, you know,
Kinda,
what?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have finally found the film.
And I don't think it costs that much to make, so that's the other
pretty
plus.
cheap. Yeah,
It's a Blumhouse film, isn't it?
it's a Blumhouse. Yeah, Universal release. Yeah, didn't that look awesome? Ethan Hawke does a good job in it. Look at where it's fallen in the cone.
Yeah, it's doing pretty well. Had a strong opening, actually. So here's the thing. I don't know if you can call it much of a sleeper hit because it did have a pretty strong opening.
Yeah, it went out in the world.
And outmade like 20-some million. It's open for a horror movie. That's nothing to sneeze at. And it actually had some competition. So
yeah, it did a preview of 3, and then it just, you know, this is not a bad fall off. Actually, this is even. This actually went up $100,000 because you take this day, subtract this from that, and then
So it kind of performed like Dominion did. Like I said, it technically actually went up.
Yeah, it didn't really go down 20.
I wish they'd separate that Thursday from that Friday. I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. To me, it doesn't make any sense because I went and seen Love, Thor, Love and Thunder at 3:00 in the afternoon on a Thursday. How does that count on Friday's box office?
Yeah, well, look at this, Tom. The Black Phone's sitting at 100 million.
Yeah, and it costs what, like 15-20 million to make or something like that?
It's a little more than that.
Was it?
Yeah, it's not giving me the reported budget there.
I thought it was pretty low budget from what I heard.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a lot. I thought it was. It's under 100. Easily under 100.
I don't know. They like to make them cheap.
Well, they only give. I think the most Blumhouse has ever spent is like 40-some million.
I can't find the budget for it, so I bet it's really cheap.
Yeah, they.
I got 16 to 18 million. Told you I was right.
Wow.
Yeah. Told you it was real cheap.
How much you think Ethan gets to that? He's got back end, right? He's got to have back end.
Probably. That's how you make those movies so cheap, right?
Yeah, back end.
And with Blumhouse, I'd definitely make a back end deal because they consistently make money. So, well, like them or hate them, Blumhouse just took what New Line and Dimension used to do and ran with it now, and he's making it work for him.
Yeah,
in an era where, but the bigger part is not so much, the good films helps, of course. But the bigger part is he's making movies on a budget. Like even the Halloween films are that budget.
Yeah. The question Kathy has is the reporting accurate? Most times
box office?
Yeah, most times box office is close. The estimates are usually within a couple million of what the actual real numbers are, so it's pretty close. When it comes to budgets, sometimes budgets are outright reported. I mean, just like as matter of fact. Sometimes they are budgets that come from somebody inside wherever, or it's something, a production manager let leak or something. But,
usually when they announce a production, they'll announce the budget and all that shit in that.
Yeah. And it's a way to give people some confidence in it too. Yeah, but I think Black Phone's more than a sleeper hit, Trav. So
yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't quite qualify since it had a strong opening, but
it did really, really well.
Yeah, a sleeper hit of this year would have been Everything Everywhere at Once or whatever. That would have been a sleeper hit. I just saw that this last week, actually.
In theaters forever.
Yeah, it was okay. It's gonna end up winning a bunch of Oscars and shit, and I'm just gonna be like, It was good, but I think it was one of those movies where there's been so much shit that people think it's better than it really is. But I enjoyed it all right.
Okay, here's what I know. Elvis cost $85 million to make. And so far it's grossed worldwide $157 million.
It might make its money back barely.
I think it will.
See, that'll be a big one for HBO Max, though. I bet you that will be one that a lot of people watch on HBO Max.
Elvis, yeah.
Yeah, they should actually, if anything, they should have flip-flopped that with Dune. They should have dropped that with you know, a day and date, and then save Dune for this summer. If they would have dropped Dune right now,
oh my god,
it would have gave Thor a run for its money.
I may have beat it.
Well, I'm sure it probably would have in the end.
Wow.
Well, and that's what's stupid is there was no incentive for, and I know people kept bugging me, why aren't they? But this is what I was talking about. There was no incentive for them to drop Dune, Ghostbusters Afterlife, half those movies early. Yeah.
Well,
none.
Legendary is still pissed about that, Tom. Still.
Godzilla vs. Kong could have even waited till this summer.
Yeah.
I mean, that one, granted, had a little bit more fire behind it because you had to get it out closer to Godzilla, King of the Monsters, but how it played, considering it was on both at the same time in the middle of and it was dead right in the middle of the pandemic.
And it was amazing.
It still played better than Godzilla, King of Monsters. So right there proves the point, you know, and going back to the whole Doctor Strange and Thor bit, I'm still not convinced if it wasn't for Spider-Man No Way Home, those movies wouldn't have performed just like Shang-Chi and Eternals did.
I think you're right.
I think if you take Spider-Man out of that equation, if there was like in a multiverse where Spider-Man No Way Home didn't happen, I know we're just speculating, but I'm willing to bet that Doctor Strange would have been lucky to fucking finish with like 300-400 million, and Thor: Love and Thunder would have been the first, like they would have been like, what the fuck is going on here? Because if you had none of that hype from Spider-Man No Way Home, this shit was dead. Nobody cared about the Eternals and Shang-Chi. Black Widow pissed a lot of people off. Most people are either not watching the Marvel TV shows or they hate them. And again, that's not everybody, but most. Like when the best of the shows so far is Miss Marvel and nobody's watching it because they kind of buried it on Disney Plus.
Right.
I mean, and I haven't seen it, so I can't speak to that. But I mean, other than the Hawkeye show, I haven't liked anything. And Hawkeye still fucked up the ending. Right? Like, if these shows don't go off the rails within the first few episodes, they always never stick the landing. So we're at this fucking point with Marvel where I completely understand why fans are just kind of like, fuck this. I've seen Endgame. That's enough for me. Right?
I think we're all there. But okay, so Society, and thanks for being here, Society Reviews, says the fact that we still don't know Lightyear's break even means the film is bombing hard. It's bombing hard. Okay, so budget 200.
They spent at least 100 on
promotion and advertising was probably in that
150.
Yeah, 140, 160.
I don't think they spent as much as Doctor Strange, but I still think they spent at least 100 to 150.
Yeah. And
so its break even would somewhere be in the at least $500 million range, if not more.
550, somewhere in there.
Even more than that, probably, because you got to go by the rules of 3.
I know.
That's the thing.
Okay. It's 550.
I mean,
I
considering the budget, I don't know how many back end deals there would really be with Lightyear, but
yeah, and this is the other thing. Thank you for this, Kathy. You're right. Marvel were handing out free tickets like it was oxygen. The theater next door to where I worked was giving out tickets. A coworker got his entire family to the movie for free.
Really?
It doesn't surprise me.
Well, and that's the thing, is part of the budget, I can tell you right now, I guarantee you both Hemsworth and Natalie Portman got paid the same amount. And it was probably in that $20 million range. Because this is Hemsworth, his what? 20th appearance as fucking Thor?
Okay, well, a lot.
And actually, it's probably more than that. You know, I'm willing to bet that a big portion of that budget was paying those two. Because he's going to get a big payday because it's, like I said, it's like in literal sense, it's like his 8th appearance as Thor.
Right.
And we know for a fact that Paul Rudd got like 13 million for his 10 minutes in Endgame or whatever it was. Either 13 or 18 million. I can't remember which. So right there, and that was only his 3rd appearance. I mean, at this point, Hemsworth's got to be in that high range. And you know damn well that's one of the things that probably got Natalie Portman back was they said that you get to be a hero, plus you're going to make the same exact amount as Hemsworth. Fucking
I don't know how you make that deal.
You have to, because otherwise she's going to go to the press and say, how come he makes more than me?
Because you've only been here for one film.
Doesn't fucking matter. We've seen it in how many movies now, Culture, that's what they do. And there's enough argument that her agents would make. She's an Oscar winner. She's been in more movies than Hemsworth. She's been around a lot longer than Hemsworth. she didn't want to come back in the first place. They had to have enticed her somehow. And the only way I can see them enticing her back, because I don't think she gives a shit about being Lady Thor. I guarantee you is that she got paid the same amount that Chris Hemsworth did. And if not, Chris Hemsworth probably took a pay cut so she could. And the only reason that's probably not true is because they would have boasted about that. So my guess is they both got paid $25 million each, I bet. And right there's your $250 million. Because they still got to have the 200 just to make the fucking movie. You know? So that's why I bet you $5. That's where the extra $50 million comes into Thor. I'm willing to bet. And I'm sure Taika Waititi took a nice size pay too, because he's acting and directing and writing and all that shit. There ain't no way he walked away with less than $15-20 million. Chris got 20. I wouldn't be surprised, Sherry. And like I said, I guarantee you Natalie Portman got the same amount.
So you got $40 million in salaries there, plus you capped.
That's what I'm saying. And then Taika himself probably got about 20. I bet you the three of them each got $20 million. How much you want to bet?
Well, I know this. Godzillionaire is right. Thor 5, it's
Thorbin time.
Thorbin time? Oh, okay.
Like Morbin time?
Okay. I got it.
Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here.
I don't care. Tangent away.
You got a hard out. You said hard.
All right. Well, Marvel was handing out tickets next to your personalized life termination brokerage LLC. Oh my! Well done, Nano Reaper with the hardcore smack. Oh my goodness, Maestro Kai, however you want me to say that, says even if they didn't get paid the same, they could just lie about it. That's true.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, there's more than enough reason for them to make an argument that she should get paid the same amount. Even if she hasn't been in as many Marvel movies, she's been around a lot longer. She's won Oscars, all that shit. So, yeah. And they had to have enticed her back somehow, because she said flat out in interviews she's not interested in coming back. Right? And it's been almost 10 years since she's been in a Thor movie, because Thor 2 was what? 2014?
It was 13? A long time ago.
I think it was almost 10 years ago, at least 7 or 8. Well, he says it in the movies exactly 8 years and whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My guess is probably 10 years.
Close to it.
Yeah. But look, and Chad, you're right. It says if Nat Portman got the same as Chris Hemsworth, then I hope nobody told Chris. That'd be a problem for Disney. Yep.
No, actually, I don't think it would. Honestly, I think he would insist on it. No, I'm not fucking kidding. You guys think I'm kidding. I'm not. Do you think he wants the headlines out there like they've had before? Because what's-his-face fucking gave up his fucking salaries to what's-her-face, and it's like, how is that the fucking case when he's in more of the movie? Well, in this case, that's not so much. She's in just as much of the movie as he is, almost. So
she did look pretty hot in Black Swan, but I think he's actually done more films.
Unless somebody can find an actual number, I'm willing to bet that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, and we always forget, Andre Enrico, thank you. We always forget that Christian Bale was in this film.
Yeah, he made probably about 10 million too.
Easy. Wow, if 1/3 of your budget is tied up in salary.
That's what I was trying to say. That's why this one was a bit more expensive than the other ones, I bet.
Can you imagine if they replaced Ezra Miller with Elliot Plays for Flash? Wow. Yeah, we were talking about that a few days ago, Tom. I don't think that's anything reasonable that could happen.
Oh, that or they're giving back end deals, but otherwise that's, yeah.
That was outside of the context of this comment on the screen.
I know, but I was like,
it was unfortunate how that was timed.
Oh, that was just a fucking, oh shit, that reminds me, maybe I should put that in the fucking video. Maybe not. It's not even worth bringing up because it's so stupid.
Yeah, I don't know about man, talk about back end deals. Everybody got to see back end.
You think he got paid extra for that though? He might have.
No, he was happy to do it.
Good for you.
Man, I love that rant. You sound like him.
No. You know how many times I've listened to that thing? We are done. You're a good guy. I like you, all right? But we are done professionally.
He's so good.
Get your fucking hands off me. No, I'm not gonna calm down. Cause he's walking through my fucking eye line. Do I come over and fuck with your lights? No. Oh, da 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 da. No, I'm not gonna calm down. We're fucking done. You can interrupt me any fucking time.
I was enjoying it. I was like,
you know what? The best one was the two rants that did you hear the Tom Cruise one?
Oh yeah,
it sounds like he's arguing with Christian Bale. I love that. Yeah. It's like
somebody cut that really well.
Really well.
Bale was the only good thing in Thor. I've heard that. Yeah. See, the audience is laughing at you do that, by the way.
Yeah, that's a great.
It's a great.
The song is good too. The song of the Christian Bale remix one is good too. No. Yeah, he got a little bit more than 5 minutes of screen time, but he's probably one of the better Marvel villains we've gotten to this point, but that's not saying much for the movie, unfortunately. I mean, he deserved a better movie. This villain deserved a better movie. Jane technically deserved a better movie. Thor deserved a better characterization. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I guess he's supposed to be doing more Greek than straight up Italian Godzillionaire, but yeah.
Well, all right. Well, we're going to close out the show with some good news for my friends on the East Coast, at least in the New England area. You're about to get something special.
Rain?
No, you could blame it on the rain. But
blame it on the rain. Yeah.
So this is a cool thing for those of you in the New England area. You're getting an Alamo Draft House. They're opening one up in Boston.
Well, that's good news for them, considering they were not in the best of shape during the pandemic. But hey,
well, yeah, the group that put together the SPAC to buy it out did a good job with it. But yeah, the Austin-based movie chain is opening up its first New England location in Boston, early part of its national expansion. 10-screen theater with 767 seats will feature the chain's signature in-theater food and beverage menu, which is yummy, and luxury recliner seating.
Never been to one. Heard a lot of great
dude, you gotta go to one. Yeah, so they're going to be opening several theaters in the next few years, including 3 new regions: Chicago, Birmingham, St. Louis, and Washington D.C. and New York City. So they're going to head for Staten Island after that, and then Chicago. And
they're opening a few new locations. Good for them.
Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked. The food is good if you've never been to one.
I don't even think there is one anywhere near me. So like the closest would probably be Chicago.
Yeah, I think you'd really like it. The food is jamming. So.
I mean, we have there's one place that has done that for like way before. I can't remember the name of it, but I don't think it's a chain. It was like a local place.
Yeah, those are really nice theaters. I agree with you, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to open a cinema on my Build-A-Bear channel. That's right.
You got a Build-A-Bear channel?
No, that's awesome when making fun of my Culture Builds channal. So, do I get body armor at the Chirac location, or do I need to bring my own? You probably have to bring your own Nano Reaper.
Here's what you got to do. You got to make a whole channel called Culture's Build-A-Bear. You go in all pissed off. You build a fucking bear. And then as you walk out the door, you sit there, and then you throw the fucker on the ground and you walk away. That's the end of the video, and the only video you put on that channel.
Can I light it on fire?
Whatever. Just be like, there's your fucking bear. Make it look like shit, too.
Yeah, the only people visiting Boston are already in Boston. That's true, Pinochet. For $2. Thank you for that.
I think it'd be hilarious.
I'm doing it then.
Like, just as pissed off as you could be putting that bear together.
Shout out to my new favorite channel, Midnight Snacks.
You guys are gonna make me fatter than I am already.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, we do have to wrap up early today. Normally we do 90 to 2, but first of all, I need you to go over and hang out at Lorena's channel and support her. She's going to be hanging out with Chris Gore and Theme Park Casual. They are going to be talking about theme parks. It sounds like since they've got two people on there that are experts at Knott's Berry Farm, you're going to hear a lot about Knott's Berry Farm in California. Probably some other places as well. You can definitely check out today's video I dropped, which was informative if you're paying attention to the collapse of the tech stocks and the tech industry overall, and the fact that there are massive layoffs in the tech industry now and in the future. And of course, if you want to harken back to me discussing the fact that nobody trusts media anymore from a couple of weeks ago, the mainstream media is finally catching up with that story. So there you are. Tom, anything you want to plug?
Just Mead later. Other than that, Lord knows where I'll wind up.
Right.
I'm gonna try and make Toxic Tuesday tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make
we'll
mead.
see.
I can't promise, man, but I'm gonna try.
All right,
So,
yeah, I gotta eat some at some point here, so should probably go make some tacos.
Yep. That's it. So to those of you that were here, everybody, you guys are amazing. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. All right, Tom, your favorite part of the show, the outro.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna exit till you say we got.
I'm wearing my costume.
Okay, all right, here we go.
I'm singing and I don't have the mute button on. It's the end of the show. It's time to go home. You don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here because Culture drank all the beer. There is no more beer left because Culture drank it all. He's a big lush, and now it's the end song, and I don't have any words left, and I fucked them all up in my rhythm. Culture Casino Show. Culture Casino Show. It is time to go. It's the Culture Casino Show. Here's all the people who are his supporters of the Culture Casino Show. They are the members of the Culture Casino Show. Could be you. Could be me. But it probably ain't me. Most likely you.